Yes, there are spoilers in this review. Don't spoil the endgame. Well, I'm gonna spoil it. Why? Because I'm a jerk. Yeah, today I'm reviewing Avengers Endgame. So, the plot of this movie is where, after the events of Infinity War, all the remaining Avengers team up to stop Thanos and reverse all the damage he caused. And that's about it. Easiest plot summary I've ever done. This movie, it's. My thoughts are interesting. First, some of the positives. The acting, while it's done, is really good. The Everything's really done well. The characters, they work best with the script that was given to them. They actually explain how the characters return. Like, I obviously knew that they were going to come back anyway, but that was the one thing I needed from this movie, an explanation on why they came back, and it's because they reversed the snap. And so, thanks for actually explaining it. And the runtime was not a problem. I hardly felt a thing. But yeah, there are a lot of one-liners in like the second half of in like a lot of the movie. They get really old, especially in the first half. But the second half didn't bother me as much. The second half did have some funny moments, and this is a really an ambitious crossover. Okay, you don't know the definition of crossover. Crossover means two uh, multiple characters that are not related to each other in a different universes connect. They all connect in the same universe, and most of them you don't even see until the very end in the final battle. So, yeah. And I gotta mention Hulk. All you complain, Man of Steel, Batman versus the DCEU doesn't have any colors. Hulk is hardly green in this movie. He's like tan, like a very light tan, not a colorful tan, but still. Um, yeah, and it just looked bad. He didn't really look like the Hulk, honestly. I mean, he looks better than the Eric Bana Hulk. I'll tell you that. And but for all the other stuff, it was fine. Um, I didn't really feel the runtime, like I said. And Thor, yeah, the joke, like he's like an alcoholic with a beard. I mean, he was funny because I love Chris Hemsworth. He's always likable. And hey, hey, all of you complaining about the Martha part in Batman vs Superman. First of all, their moms do share the same name. You don't read comics. Second, there's a part where Captain America is fighting his past self, and then he tells him Bucky is still alive, and then that makes them stop fighting. Why aren't you complaining about that, huh? Yeah, and yeah, the movie. There's hardly any new stuff in it. Most of it's just time travel to remind us. Like they go through like Iron Man, they go through Thor, they go through the first Avengers movie, they go through the first Guardians of the Galaxy, they go through all the movies. It's a time travel movie, I get it, but it's like half the movie most of the time. And yeah, so this movie was okay. It's not going to be in my top 10, but it's okay. So I don't hate this movie, I just think it's okay. If you're a huge MCU fan, you'll probably love it. But for anybody else, I just suggest putting on Deadpool 2 or Spider-Verse. So, yeah. And sorry about the spoilers. Don't spoil the endgame. I'm a rebel. I'm sorry, but yeah. So, overall, I don't hate this movie. It's just okay. So, that's my review of Avengers Endgame. See you next time.